Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Omer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Honkai Star Rail. I love the idle animations for Himiko. Like, I think that they're so, like, nonchalant for a character that is just such a fantastic leader, but I think that, like, represents her quite well. She is someone who is, like, quite nice and casual when she needs to be, but she's also, like, someone who is incredibly, like, efficient and is always going to help, and help efficiently when she needs to help. She's a great leader. Glad to have her, and glad to have her on the team. I really am. We're here back in this beautiful, 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 beautiful location. It's absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? Like, it's so crazy being in a new area because I think it's funny I say new area because when I warp in here, and I warped here when I started up the game, there's like this moment of like, oh my god, this place is gorgeous. But it's kind of a new and fresh feeling. But if I warp to Penacony right now, I'm still gonna be like, whoa. Because the places in this game are so gorgeous. And I think that's honestly like a testament to how good the location designs are. And also like how like this game really feels nostalgic already, which is a good testament to any game. And I think any RPG. And I'm gonna say any RPG right now because have you ever played like an RPG like say like Dragon Quest XI is one of my favorite RPGs and more modern RPG as well though. You know, when you go to all the newer places and then you return to an older place, it's like, oh my god, like I'm so nostalgic for this place. And someone might be like, well, Calvin, you were here like 20 hours ago in the game. And it's like, yeah, but like, oh, this is the place where I did this and did that. You know, it's such a great feeling, even though we were there just recently. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's the same with Genshin and most RPGs. A good RPG makes locations instantly like, not nostalgic, maybe instantly like give you a feeling of like, I missed this place while also being excited to go to a new place. Let's go and collect the memory fragments to Castris Kremnos?
Me, ma'am.
Oh, it's
Mammy, ma'am. Ma'am.
photos collect.
Mammy.
Is this the dude who he nearly got in trouble and he got us in trouble?
Is that Damionis?
Mm-hmm.
Did Lady Aglaea release him already?
That guy almost got us killed. Has a dude ever heard of copyright before?
He certainly has a bad reputation. If it weren't for him, you and Don Hong wouldn't have been interrogated by Lady Aglaea. But if Mem thinks he has some valuable memories, we'd better ask him in person.
I think he's a product of a world that, you know, a contained world. This is so beautiful, isn't this place? When I say a product of a contained world, it's like if you tell people not to touch or don't ever go in, don't ever open the closet door. Don't ever open that door. You know what I mean? Debate starts. Say it's like, you know, I don't know, like, this never happened to me, but say like it's like a bunch of kids and like a parent goes, don't open the closet door. Those kids are going to be debating what's in that closet door for years. And they're going to come up with stories. They're going to come up with ideas. And I think what happens here is like, you know, it's like, you know, there's nothing beyond the sky, but there's hints that there could be something beyond the sky. And this isn't exactly them, like, you know, I know the reason why they do it is to protect people. Legitimately, it's so they don't get shot down in the sky. But it does create this situation where people are like, what is it? What is it? And it creates this fever, right? And I think it's perfectly embodied in a character like this.
Who's that? I'm busy working on a scene. Please don't.
Oh, he remembers us.
Oh, I was the esteemed Outlander. How have you been? It hasn't been all that long since we last met.
He seems to be doing good. You almost got me killed.
My apologies. That was entirely my fault. I was determined to prove that a world beyond the sky exists.
Bro, come on. It's fine. At this stage, it's fine. I think we've both been through a lot.
Fortunately, Lady Aglaea is quite lenient. I mean, she let me go after I made a vow.
What was the vow?
Rest assured, I'm not foolish enough to make the same mistake twice. And breaking a vow with Lady Aglaea would be like digging my own grave.
He like turns to the camera and looks at our characters because we technically did break a vow. Do you have any memories related to Castrum Kremnos?
Castrum Kremnos? Well, for us unarmed
He's a great voice actor, whoever does a voice actor.
Nikador's territory is off limits. Even in the past. Oh, no. Wait, I just remembered. I did visit Castrum Kremnos once. Let me find it for you. Yes. This is the one. I can't believe I still have it.
Very cool. It's gorgeous, isn't it? And I love the way the picture's kind of worn and bent in the middle.
Could you tell us the story behind it?
During the final days of the Chrysos War, the final festival took place in Castrum Kremnos. However, and due to the tense situation, few outsiders were willing to compete. I gathered the courage to go there, but I found the atmosphere of the festival to be quite strange. It felt more like the Kremnoans were preparing for a mysterious
So it
ceremony.
wasn't as straightforward.
Sensing something was off, I snapped a photo outside the city and then left. And what followed was something completely
What
unexpected.
followed?
Would you mind giving us the photo? We're trying to piece together clues from that time.
Oh, sure, take it. Think of it as my way of making it up to you.
Bro, it's cool. It's legitimately cool because again, I feel like it's one of those things where like I'm the type of player sometimes that will always. Here's the thing: I do hold grudges against people that are bad, right? I do. I do hold grudges against people who've done stuff to people that I love. I do. In game, by the way, right? It's not like people are going around harming and like wronging and like reporting me to Aglaea in real life. But like my mentality is always kind of like, look, we've both been through stuff. Let's just move on. You know what I mean? We both went through something probably very traumatic. Clearly you weren't in the right mind. It's cool. You know what I mean? It's different if he came back and was like, "Huh, you got me in trouble, stupid." That'd be way different,
Mem! Me,
Oh my god, Mem. Mem is the cutest. So Mem collected a memory. So something strange going on during that festival as well. I hope this guy has learned though. And again, I'm not saying he should be allowed to take pictures, but like, it's so funny that his first response whenever it's like, well, actually, you know what? He's not wrong. I don't think it's wrong to be like, something's weird here. I better document it. You know what I mean? But maybe now he's kind of like, I think he's going to think twice in future. I think he's going to be like, something's weird here. I'm going to leave. I'm never going to look at this again. Yeah, it's not a problem. Yeah, like, I know, like, it's like, people, if you do silly things and make silly mistakes. Here? If you... You tell him, Mem. You tell him. Mem just literally said Artemis are one of the greatest groups in the whole world. And correct.
Cartonis. Come to think of it, I remember hearing about them making a holy vessel for criminals.
Okay.
Oh, Castorus. Outlander as well. To Cartonis, what brings you?
I remember the Kremnoans commissioned you to craft a divine object before. Do you happen to recall the details?
Happened it did. Why ask, do you?
I like the unique way of speaking, honestly. To vanquish Nikador for good, to protect Okema. Yeah.
Thousands of marvels of weaponry I crafted. Remember them all. Impossible it is.
Yeah, no, I don't doubt that that's a thing that happens.
Outlander, forgive me. Help, I cannot.
There must be some way because Mem thought this was a helpful place. And I trust Mem
That makes sense.
already.
With such a long life, the Grand Craftsman can't remember every single item he's made. Is there another way? Mem! Me!
Oh my god. Someone pat Mem on the belly right now. I swear to God.
Me, Mem! Mem, me!
What? Mem is like this ancient, powerful being. Look at this. The memory powers. There we go. Okay, another memory fragment. Oh, no, we have to collect this. Okay. Can I say as well, by the way, I'm using the Harmony Cell right now. I'm going to level up the other cell by the next episode. And the idea will be that I'll create a new team as well for that cell.
Miss, are you feeling all right?
Oh.
You were in the same state as when you were with Orynyx.
Oh. So what they see right now from us is like us still in a trance in some way.
Grand Craftsman, would it be possible for you to craft a sword vessel that can seal divinity?
I wonder if they are talking about crafting the big sword.
Anything my forging hammer cannot craft, there is not.
There's nothing he can't do.
The finest stones in Kremnos give me. The golden blood of Strife Titan find me. The sword vessel I shall craft.
Does that mean we have a deal? And what of your payment? For a commission of this magnitude, proper compensation must be ensured.
You would imagine.
Payment simple. Peace for my people.
Wow.
Mountain dwellers, no longer servants or fighters for Kremnos. Ever.
That's a beautiful thing to suggest, and honestly should be a thing already.
You have my word, Grand Craftsman.
So in return for making the sword vessel, the golden blood of the Strife Titan find me, the sword vessel I shall craft. So the Strife Titan, they talk about the Ichor, the blood, so found him, and he's gonna make the sword vessel that can seal divinity. Is that sealing? Is that a possible what sealed Nikador? His powers of staying alive?
Me.
You tell him, Em. You tell him. Possibly.
Miss, are you feeling all right? You were...
The way they've introduced Casters is so great. She's so like she has like a timid nature about her, very concerned nature. But she's just so gentle to me, honestly. I saw the memory of the Grand Craftsman.
Was it because of this little one? That's incredible. The ability to look into others' memories sounds like something that could easily be misused. Luckily, you're the one wielding it.
Great point. I think that's such a great point because again, I think you know the old phrase in Spider-Man, you know, the great power comes great responsibility is so effing true. We've seen so many stories and real life things where someone who's like an absolute awful person, or let's just be honest, an absolute idiot, getting power, and they use it for bad. If this is in the hands of someone who isn't Stell, or isn't someone who's reputable, this could be super dangerous. Casters is so correct. I adore Mem so much. I could listen to a Mem audiobook and fall asleep gently. I know, I just like, you guys know, like I like adorable characters. I like characters who are sweetheart. Oh, this is where we saw My Day, was it? Yeah. I like characters who are sweethearts. I like characters who I'm always a big fan of the idea of the companion character, like the sweeter, softer companion character. I remember when Final Fantasy 15 released, one of my favorite Final Fantasy games, and people were like talking about Prompto in that game and saying how annoying he was, how he's too cheerful, he's too bubbly, and I was like, give me more. I love a bubbly character. I love a very energetic character. I love characters that are like have like sweet voices and adorable essences about them. So give me more Mem. But yeah, what they said was true there as well, by the way. That if you create too many things, you might not remember obviously everything you create. Like, and again, I don't mean to relate. It's not the same thing creating YouTube videos. I just want to make it clear that it's not. It's not this thing where like making a sword vessel is very different from making YouTube videos. But I remember like the other day I went, did I do an episode of Sword and Shield on my channel at one point, Pokemon Sword and Shield? And since I've made 4,000 videos, I just looked it up and I was like, Sword. No. Okay. Because I had this vague memory being like, did I? You know? But I think why I remembered is I used it for a video for a backdrop, right? So yeah, so they made a sword vessel. In return, his people would no longer be basically servants and
Me!
war
Mem.
soldiers for them.
Mem.
Oh, elegant lady, are you here to listen to Lipo's song?
Elegant lady.
What are you in the mood for? The love stories of the ancient Chrysos heirs.
Love the voice actors in this game. They're so good.
The turbulent era of the Chrysos War. The rise and fall of the seaside states. Lipos has it
So
all.
they're a bard, and bard do like document things throughout history.
I wonder if there's a ballad about Nikador's madness, as well as the mystery of Castrum Kremnos vanishing into the fog.
Ma'am, you have come to the right place. There is such a ballad within my collection that has yet to grace the ears of others. Allow me to sing it for you. The War of 1,000 Years has drawn to its close, and now the world descends into a long night of chaos. Oh, valiant Titan, tell me, how did your golden heart shatter into 1,000 fragments?
Nikador. and how they, like, how did your heart break? How did you become what you became after the long night of chaos? I wonder if that's like the Black Tide.
Oh God, have you grown weary of endless strife? Then how do you justify your ruthless tyranny? And how shall you cast off the darkness that so deeply shrouds your divinity?
In a song, the idea of like asking the Titan, because they used to be good, they used to be a protector. What happened to you? You know, how are you going to change this?
Oh God, have you forgotten the glory
Caster's feeling
of
it.
old? Then how will you defend your dignity? And where shall your faithful subjects find their home? Oh mighty Nikador, the truth is clear to us all. Your steadfast divinity is not vanquished. You are shrouded momentarily by that encroaching black tide.
There is the Black Tide, yeah. The Black Tide that we saw taking over even like Kremnos when we were there as well, and other places too. They're saying his divinity is still there. It's just shrouded. So maybe the divinity is his good aspects that are still possibly there, but they're just, the Black Tide is containing them.
Nor did you flee. Your golden warrior spirit, brave and bold, will conquer the Black Tide as foretold. To the throne of Kremnos, you'll return once more.
So there is literally still faith that he will be able to conquer this, to overcome this. We know you will come back to being who you were. And again, it proves that the people saw these Titans as something much grander and better at one point.
Our God,
oh, look at him up there.
King, to aid your timeless struggle, we have prepared a grand ritual.
A ritual? So there's a ritual to aid. What is the ritual?
Please grant us the honor to touch your soul with our humble hands and present to you the sacred sword vessel. It shall consecrate your eternal life and enshrine your everlasting glory.
So the sword vessel could still contain its divinity, and represents your glory. But there's a ritual here. Wait, so the ritual itself, like as a grand ritual, please grant us the honor to touch your soul with our humble hands and present you this sacred sword. So they presented the sword vessel that forever will represent the eternal life and enshrine the everlasting glory. So again, I might be confused about this, but this seems to have been a representation for the people that wanted Nikador to be better, that wanted Nikador to get better, as a shrine to his everlasting glory. But it could also mean how he gained his eternal life. Possibly? Is that what we're seeing here? So maybe that was happening with the ritual previously. Maybe that was happening with the festival, I mean. Maybe that's what the sword vessel was, why it was being created as a way to consecrate his eternal life, and also as a way to, like, represent his divinity forever. And it was a ritual done by the people.
Thank you, esteemed bard with an enchanting voice. Your ballads will endure through the ages, serving as a bulwark for Akama.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Mem.
Mem's very happy.
Mem.
Kremnos go help friend? Almighty.
What did they say, miss?
All memories have been collected. It's time to head to Castron Kremnos.
Is everything in order? If so, we need to meet up with Lords
This is
Finon and
huge.
Mighty.
I hope my day's okay. Even if he is okay, like, he'd probably say he's okay, but, like, dying multiple times can't be easy.
Before we leave, I'd like to check with Lady Aglaea again. Do you mind waiting for me?
I'll wait forever.
Miss?
Oh, it's so interesting, like, having text messages from these guys. Lady Aglaea, we have completed all preparations, are ready to head to Castron Kremnos Pass to find a way to break through this deadlock. Thank you. I will also stabilize the political situation in the city and prepare to support you from afar. There's no need to hold yourself back, Cass. Do what you want to do. We all trust you. Fantastic leadership. Make Capelli light her eyes. This is a perfect way to lead stuff. This is trust. This is showcasing that you believe in a person. And I think that, like, a lot of leaders are surprised that when they micromanage every single situation to do with their people and their workers, they wonder then why they have incompetent people sometimes working for them. In this case, it, like, gives people not only the breath to sometimes make mistakes, but also the trust to have a motivation to do better. And I know it sounds weird, but just literally something as simple as, like, do what you want to do. We all trust you. shows great faith in a person. And to me, like, that would mean the world from a person I respect. 100%. 110%. Really great stuff.
Everything's set now. Let's head out.
It's so interesting that, like, Castor still has a very, like, a air of, obviously, death about her. She has such a crazy design in terms of, like, again, it feels like an overgrown dress that's, like, mixed with flowers overgrown on her. It's an interesting, you know, idea. The first time we got here, I was terrified of her. And then I turned from being terrified to being, like, still scared of her power. But way more, like, I don't know, comfortable around her, to the point that, like, I feel like there's this, like, very sweet gentleness to her as well that does love the world around her, rather than just accepting the idea that, like, because I originally thought, like, might be the idea that she's accepting the idea of death, and, like, death to her is, like, an amazing thing. But I think it's actually just one of those things that, like, you know, she accepts has to happen sometimes, but she still clearly has an appreciation for the people who are alive as well. A very, very interesting and really soft character. Are you scared of Lady Aglaea? Do you always have to report everything to her? I think it's a good question.
I just don't want to see her disappointed.
Fair.
Lady Aglaea's contributions to Akama deserve more appreciation, but people mostly see her as distant and aloof.
Right. Okay.
We don't have time to talk about this right now. Let's set off. Hopefully, this little one will help us recreate the memories of Castrum Kremnos.
Yeah, she doesn't want to disappoint her. This, again, is not, like, totally... It's only unhealthy if, like, the response from Aglaea is unhealthy. You know what I mean? Not wanting to disappoint someone who you work for is not unhealthy unless the relationship is unhealthy. You know what I mean? If Aglaea responded to every mistake with, like, severe punishment, then it's unhealthy. If Aglaea was distant and didn't trust Castorus, it becomes like an uphill battle that's unhealthy. But the fact that Castorus is trusted by Aglaea, the fact that Castorus trusts Aglaea herself, means that this whole thing of I want to be able to, like, not disappoint her is healthy to me. It's not unhealthy. It works.
Mem.
It's an appreciation.
Mem.
You tell him, Mem. Oh, what? Huh? Switching to Aglaea is not something I thought we'd ever do.
Remember, Aglaea.
Aglaea.
Whether it be the Chrysos heirs or the council, our positions are entrusted to us by the people of Akama.
True, I guess. You got a little democracy happening.
Before you attempt to overreach and make decisions beyond your place, take a moment to recall the Chrysos War and what became of those heroes.
Bitterness in Elder Canis' voice.
If you're not well versed in that history, have her refresh your memory.
The tone here.
Do not be concerned, Elder Canis. Following the prophecy's guidance, we shall cast down the gods. In the new world, no god will stand above humankind.
I mean, this is what I would want. You know what I mean? Like, as you guys know, like, I'm a big supporter of, like, humans taking the power into their own hands to be rulers. Even in Genshin, I've talked about it numerous times how I love the, like, my favorite thing is either when I have no problem with Archons leading and stuff like this as well, but I want to make it clear, like, you know, Malvika's a fantastic leader, but I still feel like even with Malvika being the leader, there's power with the people. You know what I mean? I think that's always a really good thing. You know, it really is. And I think that, like, the best Archons do give, like, a lot of, like, power to the people. And I know it's a different game. I know people will be like, you can't compare the two. The only reason I compare the two is because it's two games we're playing right now. So, like, obviously, like, I just want to show that my feelings are consistent when it comes to godly figures. Depending on, obviously, like, the personality of the gods. But yeah, like, I love this idea. I really do. Whether it's able to be accomplished is another thing.
I'll hold you to that promise. For now. The pampered little girl has grown up to be a shrewd politician. Should I be pleased? Or concerned?
Pampered little girl, by the way.
Times are changing drastically, and people must adapt. I'm not the only one committed to making a difference, Elder Canis.
So she used to be seen as pampered. Maybe she grew up pampered.
My teacher and I have other pressing matters to attend to. Please, see yourself out.
She said, leave right now.
Well, I genuinely hope that at the next council meeting, you won't be the one standing in the middle, facing the judgment.
I wonder if that's because, like, if this plan does not work out, if this whole situation doesn't work out, she'll be up for judgment herself. So Aglaea's not above the law, as we're seeing here. She's not just omnipotent and can't, you know, she can't avoid. Which, again, to me is good. It's a good thing that like no one should be above any, you know, law. 100%. Kind of sneers and departs. Sneer away. Go on.
Aggie, are you
Tribby
alright?
knew that situation was tense.
It's nothing more than an empty threat, much like before. A reflection of their inner
Great way
fears.
to put it. Absolutely fantastic from Aglaea here. She's reacting this way because she wants... It's again, the idea of it becoming from a fear, it's like, well, you better not fail. Her way of saying, please don't fail, is kind of like, if you fail, you're going to be up for judgment, so don't fail. But Aglaea here, once again, showing why she's such like a really diplomatic leader in a lot of ways, you know, being very understanding.
So sorry, Aggie. If we were more mature, you wouldn't have to face all this alone.
All the political stuff?
Why apologize? We each have our own
Aglaea's
responsibilities.
just like, she is like Galadriel. She really is.
But seeing how they give you a hard time makes us sad and angry.
That's honestly, like, even that would come from me. You know what I mean? Even if I knew like a friend or someone like was angry at the way I was treated. That's a comforting thing sometimes, you know?
Would you like me to slice their throats with golden threads? It would be done in a
Jesus.
flash. All I need is your blessing, and the council will be no more.
What? So she can literally kill the council with just like the blessing of one other person?
What are you talking about? Don't scare us like that,
That's
Aggie.
why there's always going to be a tone under Aglaea, even if she's joking where it's like, is she serious, you know?
I'm
But you know what I mean? I know she's teasing, but there's always an element of just like,
I knew you were joking. You certainly have an unorthodox way of cheering people
That's for
up.
true.
However, after you said that, we somehow feel a bit
Beautiful.
better. Thank you,
Very
Aggie.
beautiful.
We find humor in hardship because our humanity still endures.
So, about the infiltration Snowy mentioned earlier, did you find anything?
Don't worry. Even without their intel, I've already detected hidden currents within the city. A trivial issue, nothing I can't handle on my own.
Do you need to inform the city
So that's the stuff that I was about to say Snowy, that find unfound when we were going through that dungeon.
That would alarm Archimus citizens. If they learn that the enemy can bypass the Chrysos heirs and infiltrate the city, the situation might spiral out
Again,
of
I'm always,
control.
it's like, as you guys know, I'm always like about talking about the truth, but in this case, I understand perspectives of what Aglaea is saying. Like, if they learned that the Chrysos heirs weren't these ultimate protectors, the faith in the Chrysos heirs drops. The fear rises. You don't know what people will do then.
Is there anything you'd like us to help with?
Music is so
Fine,
gorgeous, isn't it?
Treaty. As we discussed earlier, you need to prepare for the Blade of
Oh
Fury.
god, the Blade of Fury.
We got this. Don't exhaust yourself, Aggie.
Yeah, you can tell Tribby definitely cares about Aggie, and Aggie definitely cares about Tribby.
The
Yeah, there's a lot of
nymphs
care
have
there.
located the source of the disruption. I should check with the garment maker for intel.
Sure, like it's crazy. Like I'm here's the thing. I know we've played this. They changed the perspective a lot with these characters. They really do. So story characters can be added to your team. It's one of those things where I definitely am going to do it. But I have to like do it in a way that like I don't get spoiled for the new character. It's crazy what they've done with this freaking with Kepeli just towering over us like this. I think it's obviously intentional to have like this gigantic world-bearing titans like kind of like looking over us at all times with the blood and the ichor falling from them as well. But yeah, you can tell Tribby and Aggie have a great relationship.
Don't exhaust yourself, Aggie.
100%. Yeah, I'm definitely going to change it here. The way I'm going to do it is, again, it's covering the screen like this. Again, you can't see me covering the screen, even though it's one of those situations where it probably doesn't even show up because I have so many characters leveled at the stage. But we can definitely like... Because if I press down, so I'm going to cover my hand here. You guys tell me if it was even on the screen. That would be really helpful for me. Really helpful. So I guess we'll take off... For now, I think taking off Himiko. And then adding... Oh. Yes.
Let us weave the future
Sure.
together.
Because it's one of those situations where, usually, They just add them, but they changed the rules, and now you add them like by yourself. I still can't get over how beautiful this place is. Kepler the Titan, the beautiful sky here as well. What's our rules here? Jesus Christ, did you see that? That's forceful.
Cut away the heart of strife.
With the freaking like headless mannequin. But this here is like very elegant and quick. You know what I mean? You can see the threads even. Yeah, Aglaea is a character. We're going to learn more about her as we're going forward. But like, again, I do think that she's like a character with a lot of weight on her shoulders. That people are constantly like, you know, attempting to take that weight and put it on their own shoulders. But she like blocks them and then takes their weight and puts it on her shoulders again. She seems like that type of character. And we all know this type of people in life as well. But yeah, it's great playing as Aglaea. I didn't expect to play as Aglaea because again, she's such a, or Aglaea, Aggie. But yeah, she's such she's such a presence about her. But then again, we played as some pretty crazy characters before, you know?
Infiltration. Nikador would never resort to this if they were in their right mind.
Again, the idea that Nikador used to be great.
What exactly led to their loss of divinity? The answer lies behind the fog. I hope Castras and that Outlander can uncover the truth. Garment Maker, can you give me the intel the nymphs have gathered?
The Garment Maker seems like the same weapon she uses, right?
The lowest city. It's good that the infiltration hasn't reached the baths yet.
Right, the Black Tide.
Risk remains manageable. The rift must be sewn shut with golden thread before disaster occurs.
We gonna do that? Let's go. And I think that's like, again, it's so freaking good how they've set up Nikador as well. As being this character that is more tragic. And again, I want to make it clear, like, at this point, we have to do everything in our power to stop them from destroying people here, 100%. But there is a tragedy to it. They've talked about all the time, like, how most of the characters, like, they wouldn't do this. My Day was so shocked that Nikador would even consider this. But that's how far they've gone, and that's how the Black Tides affect things. Again, such a beautiful place here as well. It truly is like how things get affected, how the world gets affected. And how this world gets affected, because he is a character who we all now know used to be like incredibly respected. You know what I mean? And he used to be a protector, and people used to talk about him in a very a high opinionated way, which I think is, again, perfect writing for me. It's really, really good writing for me. Because here's the thing, we're going like, we have to stop this, we have to figure this out. But then we're learning about the history of Nikador. We're learning about the tragedy of Nikador. We're learning about people's perception of Nikador. And we're learning about like what Nikador is now. Like, it's all like very well done and well built up. The way they've set up the Titans already has been fantastic. He's like,
something wrong?
Feels like I got black tide all over me.
Who goes there?
Huh.
Lady Aglaea. What brings you,
Corruption and madness are lurking behind these anomalies. I must deal with them myself to prevent further troubles. But I don't want to alarm the public. Can I trust you, Honorable Guard?
Man, if I'm like a guard here in the city and Aglaea's like, hey, you know, can I trust you? And Aglaea's like, can I trust you? I'm like, yes, ma'am, 100%.
Absolutely, Lady Aglaea.
Yeah.
You have my solemn vow that none of this will come to light.
Thank you. If you don't mind, I will handle it from here.
May Kepler bless you, Lady Aglaea.
That young guard reads between the lines well. If the end weren't so near, he would have a bright future ahead of him.
Jesus Christ. She's like, I don't know what future this guy has.
I'd better focus on the matter at hand first. Filth. Show yourself.
Oh my god. And that's like the... Oh, hundreds of resilient golden threads reaching into the court of void.
It's truly pathetic.
Oh my god.
A soldier stripped of all glory, lurking in the margins like a parasite.
And this is why she's such a great character. She has this gentle approach to the way she deals with people. But when it comes time to lock in, she is terrifying, right? I'm not saying this is scary, like, oh my god, she's destroying evil creatures. I'm saying, like, she has this power that, like, you wouldn't want to mess with her, 100%.
Return to the dust, Titankin.
Like, there's not a snarkiness when she's dealing with enemies. There's not a coyness when she's dealing with these destructive enemies. You know what I mean? It's not like she's being like, You should be destroyed and put into the dirt. Haha. She's literally just gets extreme very quickly because she knows she has to. She's a great character in that sense.
A little honesty would do us both some good.
Here she's being very like with summon. Oh my god, look at her. What a pose.
Care to dance?
Oh my god, and she summons Song as well.
Sense? Your breathing is erratic.
Tell him.
Just at the
Oh
start.
my god, the quick slashes. And you get 2 attacks.
Pity. You chose the wrong
That is so
enemy.
sick.
Stay in step.
That's so sick.
Let's improvise.
Yeah, I switched back to Stell, of course. I would love. Well, here's the thing. We'll get to do more battles with her for sure. You know what I mean? I know this isn't the only battle we're gonna be doing.
Would do us
It would have been nice to be able to get like the ultimate for Aglaea right away, but again, there's nothing I can do for just like destroying enemies. But I'm sure there'll be more battles after this, 100%. No need to worry.
I need to ensure that I leave no trace behind, so that no one suspects anything. Time to move on.
See, that's why she is, again, a character. Take a new character. Someone know about his as why now restored. Okay. Yeah, I think that they said this before as well. That's why, again, I see her as a scary character as well. She's a character who is so diplomatic. She's a character, again, that carries the weight of her followers on her shoulders, and people respect her greatly. But again, she can warp in and out of like, I will freaking kill you, and very gentle. And I think that's why, like, you know, even later on, like, the Elder wasn't wrong by saying that she's like a good politician. She's become very good at like navigating that stuff, I suppose, even from her personality perspective. They're damn, yeah, like, this is terrifying.
Child.
It can't be understated how terrifying this infection is.
Child.
The girl beside you remains unresponsive. That's scary. She's a child who can't hear. Oh, gently touch the girl's shoulder. Run your fingertips through the girl's hair. Yeah, just a gentle, like, tap.
Huh?
You okay? Aglaea extends her arms, signaling the girl to do the same. The golden thread gently wraps around the girl's palm. Now their hearts are connected.
Tell me everything, child.
My knucklebone talisman fell into this really frightening place.
Oh?
It's so dark and scary. I'm too afraid to reach in.
Ah, I see. Don't worry. I'll help you find it. Just do me a little favor, okay? I want you to turn around and count to 30.
Oh my god. So she doesn't see what happens here?
Show yourself, worm.
Again, this is the switch up. Again, she's so good at this. She's so good at this.
Even a child's toy isn't safe from your grasp. Is greed one of your vices? Return to the dust, wretch.
And she's so upset, as you would be. Like, even a child's toy. Okay, I'm guessing we're gonna get to do it this time. But again, I'm gonna do some basic attacks here. We're not gonna go too crazy.
Your brief time for resolution.
I want to see her massive ability, her big move, her ultimate. That double attack is amazing, by the way. It's so incredible.
Dreams do come true.
It's just taking a while to build up. If we restore, would we get it, I wonder? What do you guys think? If I press restore.
Bathe in gold.
Yes, it seems like it's building up as well, so if you press restore, it might work out. As you can see, I'm trying my best not to kill anything because I want to see her ultimate.
Stay in step.
So I guess we should do single target as well.
Sam in position.
Come on,
A
Aglaea.
little honesty would do us better.
Does this work as getting? It does, but maybe not as much as attacking. We will eventually get there. We will eventually get there. It might not be this battle, but we will eventually get there.
Did the rhythm get messed up?
100%. We're so close.
Joining the battle.
We're so close. Oh no! Does that ruin it as well? I thought we'd have a little bit of health left.
Is this what you're looking for?
Oh, if that ruins, I'm so sorry, guys.
Yes, that's it. Thank you, big
Yeah,
sis.
Tara's being a child's toy as well, you know?
Big sis.
Big sis.
Something on your mind, big sis?
Does she see you as her sister?
Nothing. But promise me you won't play on the streets alone from now on, even in Akima. Your vulnerabilities will make you a target for others' malice. For many, it's easier to do wrong than to do good.
Yeah.
Believe me, I know from experience.
Aglaea did a very good thing here. Obviously, she was doing it for the city, but obviously the way she handled this was very, very gentle, and it was a great approach.
Big sis, your words are so hard to understand. I'm really confused.
Sorry. It seems I've forgotten how to talk to a child. Your innocence feels so distant to me now.
That's such a great phrasing. Your innocence feels so distant to me now. It's not like, oh, like you're a child and children can't understand adults. It's saying your innocence feels so distant to me now. I don't remember a time really when I did have this innocence, because she's so aware of the world and aware of the dramas going on here. Again, feeling she carries that weight on her shoulders.
That's all right. I might not understand everything, but I still appreciate your advice. I'll be careful. Oh, and by the way, you look so pretty.
Wow.
Just like Goddess Nestia on the teleslate. So shiny and sparkly. Your eyes are like two beautiful gems.
Aww.
I'm so jealous.
That's so cute. That's so cute.
I want you to have this knucklebone talisman, big sis. I hope it brings you luck every day and keeps you safe from bullies.
From bullies. This would probably be so motivating.
Thank you, child.
You know? Knowing that you help someone like
One more
this.
threat marked by the nymphs. Kefali, Skyfather, I seek your guidance. May your hand keep all things in order.
So again, she, asking Kepler to help. That scene there with the kid was great, and I think again it shows Aglaea's personality once again. The phrasing your innocence is so distant is so. I feel like it's so important for a character like Aglaea, who, again knows too much about this world, carries the weight of the pain of this world on her shoulders, has to protect this place. She knows of the horrors of this world, the horrors of the Titans, and the secrets behind the Chrysosairs. She doesn't have an ounce of innocence left in her, not because she's not a good person, because innocence doesn't just equal good. It's because there's nothing in her world that lets her be that innocent person anymore. You know what I mean? Because everyone has an ounce of sometimes it's an ounce of ignorance or innocence. When it comes to certain life situations, we all have something that we're unaware of or ignorant of that keeps us, happy sometimes. It feels like Aglaea doesn't have that. She's aware of everything. She's knowledgeable of everything. She carries that weight. She doesn't have that innocence.
If the enemy were to infiltrate from here, the damage could be catastrophic. I'd better deal with it at once.
And she's on the ground doing this stuff too. Hundreds of resilient golden threads reach into the corrupted void, extracting from within. Oh my god.
Watch where you're going, will you?
It has a baby voice?
Bartolos?
The way she said it, as if it's like some old friend.
Oh, it's Lady Aglaea. What a delight to see you here.
Love the voice.
Praise for Kelly. Every inch of your skin is glowing like the dawn itself.
How can you still mix up the Skyfather's name? It's Kefa... Never mind. I bet you did that on purpose.
Probably.
Tell me, spirit thief, why are you hiding in the filth?
We're just trying to get rid of any threats to Akima.
That was not a very confident explanation.
See? We turned this crazy stone monster inside into pieces with our spectacular skills.
The traces of corruption have indeed
So they actually did do
disappeared.
something?
We would never dream of deceiving deceiving you, Lady Aglaea. In all of Akama, you are the most revered.
That's pretty sweet.
Save the smooth talk, spirit thief. I can tell you're feeling nervous.
100%. But like, you know, like, I do think there's something sweet and adorable about a character who like is trying to basically save their hide in some way. At least that's what it feels like to me.
On second thought, since you're right here, I must ask you one more question. Where is Cypher?
There seems to be
Cypher.
a misunderstanding, Lady Aglaea.
The voice
Even though
acting.
she and I work in the same trade, it doesn't make us allies. On the contrary, we're more like competitors. No competitor would want to cross paths with one another.
The chuckle's so funny.
Forget it. If you see her, let her know this. As demigods, we can't avoid our duties
So
forever.
Cypher is a demigod. Wait, is Cypher... We've seen Cypher before. Cypher's not the cat lady, is it? Oh, so Cypher's like a thief as well? But they're like a cat burglar. Oh, that's really cool. That's really awesome. Great characterization. Great characterization, honestly.
All right. Understood.
But she's a demigod as well.
Aglaea. If there's nothing else, please excuse.
Wait. If my suspicion is correct,
They were trying to get out of
are
here.
you skulking about in the filth to keep something hidden?
Possible.
Return what you've stolen, and I'll let you go.
Ugh, what rotten luck. Why did I have to bump into her?
I love that, like, it's like, this is like, you know, Barthos was trying their very best to get out of here as quick as possible. But, like, I think what they did with Cypher there was so cool. Such a cool, and how quickly, and again, if you've seen her on the banner before or not, I still think it, like, it goes two ways. Because I've seen her on the banner before, I know her design, I now have this, like, really cool thing of, like, oh, that's who she is, you know, oh my god, you know, it feels really cool. Whereas if I didn't know her on the banner, I still think it has a situation going, who's Cypher? Oh, she's a thief as well? Interesting, she's a demigod. There's like all the stuff that goes in between. That's why I don't have a problem with looking in the banner characters and their designs, because it's going to happen anyway, and I feel like it's one of those situations where it's the same thing as seeing like a... Obviously, it's different if it's like a spoiler, but like it's the same thing for me as like, you know, when I bought Persona 5 and I didn't look up a trailer for it. But I just saw the box and I saw these designs of like, who's that? Like I remember seeing Makoto's design for the first time being like, who's that? You know what I mean? And then when you meet Makoto, you're like, oh, this is Makoto. But I didn't even know her name at the time. That's what's so fun to me. It's like, I see Cypher on the banner. And then later on, I'm like, oh, you know, it feels good. It feels really good.
Oh, venerable Zagreus, may I borrow a fragment of your fleetness?
I urge you.
If Aglaea urges me, I'm like, I'm urged. This is a really...
How
Are we gonna have to do the power?
Did you truly think you could outrun me?
It was worth a try, wasn't it?
So now I know that they have like knowledge of Cypher as well. The spirithief somehow will no master. Oh, is this just doing the same tutorial? Just in case you didn't do it already? Yeah, it is. It's the same tutorial. Just in case you didn't do it already. Which makes sense. I think, you know, if people just do the direct story, they might just like, which again, like I'm doing a lot of the story first. So I by the way, I still don't understand exactly what I'm doing, but I'm doing it. We're just dragging this creature back in. So fun. Imagine running from
Got any
Aglaea.
more tricks up your sleeve? Let's see them all.
Darn it! That was so close! Go on, take it all. Help yourself to everything I've toiled for. Well, you got me. Even if I starve to death, nobody in this city would so much as blink an eye at my plight.
Again, feeling sorry for themselves.
Oh, you poor thing. But you don't actually need to eat at all, do you?
You heartless woman! I never want to see you again. Not for all the gold in the world.
I love the like very like defiant and like childish voice acting. Oh, you.
Farewell, Bartolos. Be sure to get my message to Cypher.
So, in the last part of this conversation, she was able to take back everything she got from them, and they were like feeling sorry for themselves. But in the end, the whole thing of like get my message to Cypher, I think is the message is like, hey, you can't just stay on the sidelines forever. You know, you can't.
All the filth marked by the nymphs has been cleansed. I should go find Teacher,
which is Tribby. This is great. This is a great little side thing. I feel like what's funny is that this game was always an RPG, but this, like, maybe you guys agree, Amphoreus feels like a classic RPG. It feels like a Final Fantasy 12 style RPG. Like, it really feels like I'm in like like its own RPG. Like, it feels like Dragon Quest. It feels like Final Fantasy. It feels like, you know, the Tales series. It feels very classic RPG, and I'm not complaining. I love it.
Show yourself now, before golden thread is stained with your blood.
Well. A demigod never ceases to impress.
Wait, what?
Not even a top assassin with a lifetime of purging experiences can
You were
slip
gonna try and assassinate her?
What are you up to, Elder?
Or maybe she just was an assassin.
Drop the act. You noticed my informants a long time ago, didn't you?
Oh, no.
You stayed silent to throw us off, so we'd let our guard down, while maintaining that everything you did abides by the Council's regulations. Correct.
When it comes to schemes and manipulation, Zagreus can't hold a candle to the Council.
Zagreus, the trickery titan as we learned about before. We have to read more of those Titans things, by the way. So she was like, she had informants, she was like spying on her?
That's quite flattering, Crisis Heir. We bear no ill will. We just want to reiterate that the Crisis Heir's governance of the Holy City is only temporary.
Whoa.
A provisional transfer of authority during these extraordinary times.
So right now, the Crisis Heir's like rulership, as we said before, she doesn't have this total control over this place. It seems to be like one of those things where you transfer power to someone like during like times of like a war or something, to be like, you rule this place. So because this stuff is going on behind the scenes and all the horrible stuff is happening with the Titans, they have transferred, you know, rulership over to, or governance over to the Crisis Heirs. But the issue is now with the rulership being with the Crisis Heirs, for them is that they're still kind of like not trusting them completely. And they want to remind them, hey, you don't rule this place.
While gods see and hear more extensively, mortals have their own means of dealing with things. When that so-called prophecy crumbles, the destiny of Akama shall once again rest in the grasp.
So Canis believes that the prophecy of like of the Genesis prophecy, it might crumble, so it might not actually work out. So she's like, and the humans will take over again. Look at the shadows on the wall here. Look gorgeous with the trees. Canis, I'll just be really honest with you. I've seen like the power of what can happen here. I've seen some of the battles that have happened here. I've fought with the Strife Titan now. Humans aren't gonna be able to do anything. At least not. Now, I hope that, I know people can be like, Calvin, there's no faith in humans. But I'm not saying like humans are terrible. Humans will have to take over the world at some point, and that's a good thing, right? It's a good thing that, like, I'm not saying humans taking over the world is a good thing. I'm saying that humans be living self-sufficiently is a good thing. But I think just like, and again, I'm comparing it to Genshin again, I'm comparing it to other RPGs as well. Just like any other RPG, just like any other world building, any other world, any other thing. Yes, you want to give power back to the humans, so they can rule a place without having to like worry about that stuff. And not just humans, whoever lives here, whatever creatures live here, whatever people live here, whatever different animals live here. If they're, you know, if they're talking animals, they can have this place too. But there's nothing wrong with accepting that you need help from someone like an Aglaea. You know what I mean? Again, I use the idea of Final Fantasy 12. While the humans deserve to have their own self-governance and democracy, there's nothing wrong with accepting help from Balthier. You know what I mean? Even though he's not like some demigod, but you know what I mean?
Rest in the grasp of its people or yours.
Love this. Love this political conversation. Do you mean people or do you mean you? You know? Again, it's very political, isn't it? Politician going like, we must give the power back to the people. And then when they get the power, it's like, oh yeah, I'm deciding everything.
Ease off on the hostility. You'd do well to remember nearly half of the elders stood against entrusting the Holy City to you in that crucial vote. I am but one voice in the dissent.
So I don't know how many elders there are, but like half? Nearly half? So it didn't win by a landslide.
Keep following your chosen path, demigod. Use every bit of your power to show that we are mistaken. But don't forget for a second, in Amphoreus, even gods are not above the law.
And again, that's a good thing they're not above the law. It's a very good thing. But it's also a situation here where, like, it's very clear Canis is bitter that they weren't given the leadership. It's very clear that they never liked these Chrysos heirs. And right now they're hoping, which means I don't think Canis would be a good leader. Hoping that something fails that could help your people, that's wrong. That's the equivalent of someone being like, you know, that's the equivalent of like, you know, a politician in our own time, like hoping and praying that like the current politician fails because they don't want, because they want to be the one to get the turn. If you're a good person and you care about your people, you are hoping and praying that the Chrysos heirs succeed. You are hoping and praying. Right? And not just the Chrysos heirs. Let's say another politician who's beside Canis, another elder, is doing something amazing. If you sit there going, oh, I hope they fail in protecting our people so I can do something, then you don't actually want to protect the people. You just want the credit.
I'm quite interested to see how long you can stick with this hands-on way of doing things.
She's so bitter. There's such a bitterness to you. Are you going to show up again a third time? I'm here again. Here to say something else. Such a tension-filled track in the background as well.
I will employ every means at my disposal to save Amphoreus, Elder
Hell yeah.
Whether it means wresting it from the grasp of the gods.
Oh, I love her voice acting here.
Or yours.
Tell her. Tell her. So correct. And that's why I trust Aglaea with this place more than I would ever trust someone like Canis. Look, Canis' position is hoping that Aglaea fails. Look, we can walk on this. That's so cool. Hoping Aglaea fails so that she can be proven right. Aglaea's perspective is, I don't care who's right or wrong. I'm going to do everything in my freaking power to save this place, whether it's the gods or yourself. And I genuinely think that that's why Aglaea is such a great character to me, is that Aglaea's not saying I'm going to be this political, diplomatic person. I think Aglaea 100%, if it came down to it, would overthrow a democratic group of elders if it meant that it was to save Amphoreus. And again, here's the situation. You guys know I'm not like, hey, let's overthrow a democracy. I'm not like that. I'm not a totalitarian person. But I don't think that's what Aglaea would do either. I don't think Aglaea is going to be like, yeah, F democracy, F people. It's more just a situation. If the Elder Council is damaging to the world, I think Aglaea would step in. I think she would right away. Yeah, she's such an interesting character. I'm glad they give us the time to follow her.
It seems she has begun to make arrangements for defending Arkima.
Okay. Is this the funny one? Or the cute one?
The dangers lurking
they're all
within
cute, you know what I mean? The one with
been eradicated. I've also cleansed the city of filth.
The one with the bandage is like the most adorable.
Thank you, Aggie.
Yeah, they're adorable.
That elder just now, was she causing you trouble again?
She was. She sucks.
Worry not. I'm capable of handling it, Trina.
This is what I mean. It's like she won't let anyone take the weight off her and put her on their shoulders. She won't let anyone do it. Now, she does let people like do their own thing and help out 100%. I want to make that clear. But she carries a lot of this weight by herself. You know what I mean? The political weight.
You should know that during the Chrysos War, Canis was...
What did Canis do?
An assassin known for purging the Chrysos heirs.
Ah.
I am aware.
So that's why she has a problem with the Chrysos heirs.
Like I mentioned before, the Council is not our adversary. At least, not now. We should be focusing on the more pressing matter at hand.
You're right. We've taken all possible precautions against Nikador. It did not come easy, though. Trianne is already near her limits.
So they're working around the clock here.
Left?
They're working around the clock.
Taking this time into account, she should still be able to open the Century Gates 3. No, maybe just 2 more times.
So it's a limited thing now. And again, it probably does tire them out, right? As you're saying here, it does tire them out.
And after that?
Oh, God.
Trebi will take over as the gatekeeper, according to what
we've
agreed
permanently?
on.
That's rough if it's permanent.
Waiting seems to be our only plan now.
You can see Aglaea there was like, she was taken back by it. It was something she didn't want to happen, you know? Not because she doesn't obviously trust the other version of the one of the 3, but it's like very clear she doesn't want anyone to suffer in this way.
Indeed.
Look at this shot, are you kidding me?
Let us wait here in this garden, Aggie.
Like again, this figure of I can never pronounce it right. Kepeli is awe-inspiring. It's incredible what they've done with that.
Enlighten me, Trinan. In the world, as you perceive
Gorgeous.
it, does the prophecy remain as clear as it was when it first descended?
All the symbols of affinity as well. It's so pretty, this drawing. Oh, it's like the blink of an eye.
Golden runes shimmer against the azure sky, and myriad fragments of words dance around Kethely. The prophecy remains as clear as ever.
So it's still clear. So this is what she sees as the prophecy then? Words in the sky. Prophecy remains clear as ever.
Does it foretell the triumph of Finan and the others?
Do you hear her voice acting again? This voice actor is fantastic. This little bit of hesitation to even ask because she's worried about the answer.
Does it foretell the triumph of Finan and the others?
Listen.
Does it foretell the triumph of Finan
A little
and
hesitation
the others?
because you're worried about the answer.
It remains silent, seemingly cognizant of the outcome, though it's unwilling to let us in on the answer just yet.
Unwilling?
We're not going to be finding our solace in the prophecy this time, then.
Seems not.
So be it. If indeed he is fate's chosen child, then the prophecy is nothing more than a footnote to his tale.
We're back to the Trailblazer. She said chosen child, by the way. You rush into Castrum Cameras and arrive at the arena.
How can we go back to the past? Ma'am! Me, ma'am!
So we're aiming to go back to the past.
Ma'am!
And the scent is strong. I hope you guys don't mind here. I might like go back here just a few seconds just to read that line from her. Again, I know you guys don't mind.
Talk here.
Shut up, Calvin. It's a line here that I just want to read again.
Oh, it's unwilling to let us in on the...
If indeed he is fate's chosen child.
If indeed he's fate's chosen child.
And the prophecy is nothing more than a footnote to his tale.
Is that Kepeli she's talking about?
Seems not.
So be it. If
answer just yet.
Or is she saying Kepeli is the chosen child?
Seemingly cognizant.
Or Finon?
Triumph of Finan.
A little hesitation.
I'm not quite sure. Not quite sure, but it's very, very cool. We're back in this area once again. Yeah, my whole summation of the whole scene there, like, I think it's great what they showcase, like, in her on the ground helping things in the world, the opposition she has in the political world as well, from people like Kainis as well, the care that the Tribi triplets have for her too, and also the care that she has for the world around her too. As I said, the weight that she carries on her shoulder that she doesn't let anyone take off her as well. In fact, she deflects it in such a fantastic way. She's a character that can be equal parts terrifying and equal parts gentle. What a great representation of the character there, and a showcase of Aglaea. This is insane still, guys, isn't it? Looks amazing. We're walking on the chain again. I genuinely think this is incredible. They've outdone themselves with the locations here in this world. They feel gigantic.
That battle cry. Is that Lord Mighty?
Oh my god, are you serious? You can hear him from a distance still fighting?
They're still locked in battle.
Oh my god. It's been a while too. It has to be hours, right? It has to be, at least.
The battle is still raging. I can feel the intensity even from here.
You can hear his screams. Wish I could go and help them. We have our own battle to face. At least we know they're still alive. That's a good answer, I guess. But I wish you can go and help them is a good thing to say too.
We'll only be able to help them once we've seen our own mission through. Mem! Mem, me, mem, me, mem.
Mem is so calm right now.
Mem. Me. Mem.
This music's on in the background too. The fact that you could hear My Day fighting in the distance. Look at the lighting in the sky too. They really set the scene so well. Oh, Mem, you are our bestie. So we have all these together.
Is that the gate to the past?
It's a literal gate, but...
Let's go, miss. We will unravel Nikador's secrets together.
Let's do it. This is so freaking cool. We're actually just going back to the past of Castrum Kremnos when it was in its heyday. When it was something amazing. Whoa. With the sword hanging over it as well. The beautiful golden trim being on full display here. It's fully intact. Like, this is a place that you could be proud of. Like, you understand why My Day has such an emotional attachment, not just to, like, the people here and the world here, but, like, it's awe-inspiring, the location itself, in such a very beautifully bright way.
So this is how it looked like before Aglaea closed their eyes.
Before the Sky Titan closed their eyes. Where should we start searching? It is a magnificent sight, by the way. It's gorgeous.
We should first figure out which era we've traveled back to.
Do you think that Castor's design, by the way, is like a skeleton? Like with the way it has like the kind of like, it looks like a rib cage on her chest there?
The memory fragments we gathered from Mem all point toward the final stage of the Chrysos War. We might be able to use that as a starting point for our deductions.
But we can ask, just ask around. Oh, this is what it feels like to be a time traveler?
We may draw suspicion this way. Castrum Kremnos is no leisure spot for tourists. We shouldn't draw unnecessary attention to ourselves.
And especially since so many warriors and people were drawn here from for Nikador, right?
Let's start with the city's surroundings. We might be able to gather some clues by listening and observing.
True. I think it's incredible that we went back in time.
Under all this resplendence is the distinct stench of death. But even the most magnificent of deaths can never be sweet.
I love the casters saying that too, right? It's never perfect to have just a perfect death. The perfect death doesn't exist. This is insane looking at this now. The fact that we're time traveling anyway is incredible, but the difference between this and where we were before, while there is still the stench of death and obviously there is like war here and there is like violence here 110%, I think it can't be understated how like the presence of this place, generally, like even though there still is going to be violence here, there still is going to be, like as Castor said, the stench of death, it's intentionally more welcoming, it's intentionally brighter, it's intentionally like more like lived in. Right? It's so incredible in that sense. Oh, there's Kepler over there as well. It's so freaking cool. It generally feels like they've presented the time traveling stuff in a very cool way too, because like we're going obviously through memories, right? Fragmented memories, and obviously Mem's power. There was a big emphasis on the idea of remembrance, I feel, this time around, right? For sure. What was I gonna say?
Glory of the olden days, King of Kremnos, honored be your name. I pray to you, Nikador. Please grant me abundant peace through strife.
So peace through strife, is that the whole thing of like if you want peace, prepare for war type thing, where it's like people think they're gonna gain peace through like suffering and fighting? I think the people who always go, you have to go through some suffering in your life, you know, are probably people who like just want to justify their suffering to feel better. I know it sounds horrible to say, but really people should just be helping people who are suffering, you know? Love that. Oh, it hides a chest. Wow. So we're going to listen into like some conversations here.
Hello?
My name's Silent Gladiator. Haven't you heard? I stay silent and I gladiate.
Anyone home?
What is it?
Bro, calm down.
May I ask if you're here to join the competition?
Watch what you say, don't be rude.
Competition? No. I have no interest in meaningless sports.
What do you have an interest in then?
So, you're here for Nikador's festival?
Utterly foolish.
Foolish? What a cranky guy. Yes.
War has left its mark on many from this period. So please don't take it personally.
Okay. We'll go with you. I'll try not to be rude. I'll try not to bite back too much. Thank you, Castris, for reminding me that this is a war-torn place. Not war-torn, but like it is like, a place that people are used to war. Thank you for reminding me. 100%.
It's a scroll written in the common tongue. We should see what it's about.
Oh, wow. At the action hour in a month of something, Kremnos Arena will hold a grand ceremony in commemoration of Nikador and pray for Castrum Kremnos prosperity, honing the battle souls of our folk, so that we may bask in a radiant glory of strife, Titan's 5 great virtues. Okay, so this is what it is. It's the ceremony to bask in the strife Titan's 5 great virtues. So unfearing of the blade at their throat, manifesting the visage of courage. So they don't care about, like, they're courageous even with death in the face of them. Unyielding to conniving treachery, protecting the crown of honor. Unblinking the eyes of burning bright, upholding the cornerstone of reason. Unbending from wounds to flesh, forging character of tenacity. Undaunted of risking life to protect and embody the corpus of sacrifice. It's very forward in terms of, like, you know, protection and fighting. It seems like, you know, what Nikador probably used to stand for, you know, upholding the cornerstone of reason. Not anymore. You know, standing up to treachery, even in the face of death, still having courage, risking life to protect people, sacrificing to protect people. In the spirit of Gladiatorial Festival, its warriors are all beacons of valor that have come from all the cornerstones of Castrum Kremnos. The area is in a wide open space. Warriors can don sturdy armor and wield sharp lances, marching on the path of onslaught to finally face the king Europon. Victors will seize fame, their names etched in glory, and defeated will become fallen souls of heroes unshaken through the courage, and then they might join the sword. The festival is a raucous affair, eagerly waiting a surge of warriors to jostle and pledge themselves to call forth the divinity of the Titans. May Nikador defend Kremnos for eternity. May he defend Kremnos for eternity. He did not.
Courage, honor, reason, tenacity, sacrifice.
It seems like the only thing he kept was a tenacious attitude, right?
Nikador did live up to these values in their prime.
Mm-hmm.
But now...
Yeah, the only thing, and even tenacity is, I think tenacity can be a good thing, but Nikador's tenacity is a bad thing.
Kremnos seems to be hosting a festival, where its victor can go on to have an audience with the ruler and be bestowed with honor. It's just as Mr. Damionis described. If we can pose as participants, we might be able to get into the city.
That's a good idea. That's a very good idea. And honestly, like, entering into any competition or tournament arc, I'm all for. But this one is obviously, like, it talks about how as well, like, people, like, will avenge you. Is that, like, when people lose the battle, do they become part of that sword again? I still can't believe how cool the sword looks up there. I think that's what happens, right?
Finest weapons for sale. Come take a look. The sharpest blades in all of Kremnos.
You got the best weapon? A pencil. The pen is mightier than the sword.
Go weapons for
gladiator swords, maces, and bucklers crafted by the grand craftsman Cartonus himself.
Oh, wow.
Ha ha! Looking to breeze through your foes at the Kremnos Festival? I've got the best weapons right here for you.
Not getting much business, huh? Are these really crafted by Cartonus?
I'm as honest a merchant as they come. Those boorish warriors know nothing about quality gear.
I mean, the fact that you have to say I'm honest worries me.
Ah, but you're not like them. With your air of sophistication, you must be a noble from one of the grand city-states, right? Here, let me show you what
like, he's clearly selling an idea
stock.
here, right? 100%. Look at Castris.
The craftsmanship of a weapon reveals the time period it's made. We can afford to take a quick look.
Sure. Oh, you can actually buy stuff? We have enough money. I mean, the buckler's really cool, by the way.
Miss, much as we're in a memory of the past, impulse buying is still an undesirable
It's
behavior.
so correct, but, like, I don't know. I've saved so much money up.
You're quite the high roller. Thank you, and please come again.
May I take a look at that weapon, miss?
Castris is so gentle with us. Castris carefully takes the weapon in her hand and examines it closely for a moment. I also just love her design. It's so pretty.
I've seen enough. Let's go, miss.
Leaving already? Don't you want to browse through my other wares?
Ma'am, get him.
Well then, come back anytime. If you make it through the festival today.
So is he a scam artist? What was wrong with that weapon?
Those weapons reek of blood.
Oh.
He made an effort to conceal it, but traces of death aren't something you can easily erase. I shudder to even consider where he got his goods from.
First of all, amazing that he can sense death off them, but obviously the blood on them was a good indication. He probably picked those weapons from dead people.
He didn't lie about the weapon being one of Cartonis' handiwork, though. Thanks to its inscription, I now have a fairly good guess of the time period we're in.
He legitimately probably just found, and I think it was a common thing even like in times of war is picking the bones off of like fallen soldiers. People would do it all the time. They'd make it like a profession out of it sometimes. Now, usually like what you would do is like collect the weapons from people if you can to reuse them. But a lot of times like there were some cultures that would like have people buried with their weapons as well, Let's see as well here. It's such an interesting place already. It really is. And what are they going to say?
Crown Prince, Chrysocer, what a joke!
Oh, yeah?
Midemos is just a coward.
Oh, no, don't you say
Those
this.
who deserted Kremnos with him have brought shame upon the lands of Fury. Despicable traitors will never bask in glory again.
Wait, so Maide has already left? Do you think it's because at this point he felt that Nikador was already failing?
But Midemos is undoubtedly the mightiest warrior among us. Who else can we turn to now that he's gone?
So at this point we were already in a time where Midemos had left.
What nonsense are you spouting? King Euripon, the rightful ruler of Castrum Kremnos, has not fallen. He still stands firm in this city and has never given up on awakening the great Titan.
It's so crazy how right now there is like a feeling of like, still a feeling of hope from this guy. When like we know that like things are about to go downhill. We know things are about to get really, really bad. But Midemos clearly already sensed something. But even now, like one of the other people's like, oh yeah, Midemos leaving is a bad omen. Like he's one of our best soldiers. But then there's this hope in Euripon, and maybe a hope still in Castros Kremnos and still a hope in the Strife Titan. It's honestly like a very like nerve-wracking thing to see people like, heading towards disaster and not being able to say anything,
As long as we remain steadfast at his side, we'll reclaim our former glory and sow bloodshed and conquest amongst our foes.
King Euripon. Right, of course. The people of this time wouldn't know the fate of that old king yet.
And again, it's like that old thing, right? The bomb under the table, where we as Stell and casters know there's a bomb under the table, but like they don't. So there's like this really crazy tension there. Should we say what fate just to get more information here? Because like obviously like they probably explained a little bit this before, but obviously like my guess is that he obviously like probably died or failed after what happened with the change of the Black Tides, right?
He was killed by Lord Mighty.
Oh, that's way different than what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be way simpler. They probably said something like that before, like in a phrase like, maybe King Killer or something like that as well. Midemos is a deserter? Well, he's not really, but like, well, he technically is, but...
No. I don't believe that Lord Mighty left out of cowardice. It was, in fact, a courageous choice.
Because he said himself it pained him to leave, right? It pained him.
With that, we should have enough to determine the time period we are currently in.
So that's honestly such a great story, the idea of like the Crown Prince killing the king. For a reason as well.
Let's run through everything we know so far, Miss. Lord Mighty has gone to seek refuge in Akama with some of his people. Old King Euripon still reigns, though Nikador has fallen into a slumber. And Castrum Kremnos is now gathering warriors from all over in preparation for their festival.
Right. So can I say as well that I just can't get I love stories about like kings and crown princes and suspected deserters, but those deserters did it for a reason. You know, like it's such a like almost beautiful and poetic story and very sad story. The idea of someone who loves a place having to leave a location. I genuinely think this is incredible the way they're doing this. As well, I forgot about the idea of like Nikador already fallen to slumber. That's probably why my day was kind of like, I want to get out of here. You know what I mean? He said something like that as well. He sensed like that Castor's Kremnos was not the same place it was before, right?
It seems that we've traveled back to the last years of the Chrysos War, a time when Castrum Kremnos grappled with both internal strife and the Titan's waning divinity.
Right. Do you have a plan in mind? Talk as cheap as charge. I'm not gonna say, let's say do you have a plan in mind.
The safest bet is to play by the rules. They happen to be hosting a festival in the city. We can try entering as participants. Sure. Let's make our way into the city first. We can then wait for the right opportunity to strike. When it comes down to it, I will take care of Nikador's kin.
Casters, I trust you completely, believe it or not.
That should be the place to sign up.
Yeah, it's so cool. I maybe it's because like I have a big passion for, you know, again, the idea of like RPGs, but also like, you know, I love the idea of like medieval history and, you know, poetic, you know, like Shakespearean stories as well sometimes too. Like I really do adore the idea of like a struggle within a kingdom and a monarchy. Because again, I'm anti-monarchy now, but like I love stories about monarchies. You know what I mean? I love stories about like how they failed and how they rose up and how it's always very interesting. It's a very like emotional story to have someone like My Day who loves this place, who adores this place, having to leave. It already tells a story of like this place was not as good as it appeared to be right now. If someone who adores this place and still adores this place had to leave, that's a huge deal. That showcases how corrupted this place was becoming. And the fact that he had to kill his own father is already so, it's more than just interesting. It's such a striking detail of like, oh my god. Like, that's how far this came. That's how far this went. Such an amazing story this far.
Oh, such a pity. Those three warriors were so close to completing the trial, to emerging as victorious Kremnoan warriors, and to earning an audience with our glorious King Europon.
But she's laughing about it as well.
And yet, they collapsed at the final hurdle. The fury-eyed Praetor swiftly hacked them down, reducing them to mere mincemeat. May Nikador recognize their valor and embrace their heroic spirits.
The Fury Praetor swiftly hacked them down? But they're saying, again, it's one of those things where like, oh, they died, but at least Nikador will recognize them. But not right now, he's sleeping. You go bitty buys.
Next!
Next!
Do we have any more warriors ready for the challenge? King Europon awaits, longing for the first brave soul to survive and stand before him.
The way she said next sounds genuinely like someone in like a shopping mall. Who's next? You know, okay, come on. Scan your stuff. This competition sounds pretty brutal.
This was a time when life was valued far less than bread.
Jesus.
People hardly bat their eyelids at the savagery and death that had become commonplace.
Yeah, and it's so interesting, again, Castris as a character saying this, right? Because, again, she's so close to death. She values life so much, and it makes her character instantly interesting. A character that's so close to death who values life so much. But the being less valued than bread is like saying that these people gave up their life no matter what.
Oh, does no one have the courage to take up the challenge? Are you not prepared to wager your glory and set your lives ablaze under the splendor of Kremnos?
Again, they're building it up to be something amazing, even if you die.
Let me through.
There's the silent gladiator. He's talking now.
Why, it's you again, inarticulate
Jesus.
fool. Unarmed, and yet you dare to think you can join the Kremnos festival? That's an insult to the Lance of Fury.
Again, they don't mind people dying, but they're like, you can't die for us. She's so rude. Oh, if it isn't stinky soldier. Like, come on.
I've told you before, this is a trial for 3. This is a trial that requires 3 people. If you can't even gather enough comrades to stand by you in life and death, It's time you went home and took up herding.
This kind of reminds me of like there's old movies where characters would be like,
Pa, I didn't get drafted to the war. They said I have like a bad knee.
Son, you'll get over this disgrace eventually.
oh, Pa, I feel so terrible, you know? When in reality, like, everyone who then eventually came back from those wars were like, those were the lucky ones. Because there's this weird thing where it's like, oh, you're honored to fight in this war. You're doing your part, you know? And in this case, it's like, you'd be honored to die for Kremnos. But from an outside perspective now, when I'm looking at this, it's like, you being turned away and being told to go home, the best thing that could happen to you.
Let me through.
Huh. So you're not just inarticulate, but also hard of hearing. Keep up this act of nuisance, and I'll be sure to show you how uncivil we can get.
Jesus Christ.
Teams of 3. Miss, this might be our chance. We can enter the city with him.
Sign me up. We'll be his teammates. I think it's actually a really cool idea.
Huh? Who are...
You two.
We're the silent. That's a silent Chrysosaur, silent Trailblazer.
I see what this is. As you
You're all
wish.
stinky.
Good for you. You now have allies to court death with. Come on up here, fool. The adrenaline-pumping scenes are becoming a bit tiresome, so adding a wildly mismatched interlude would make for a refreshing change and spice things up. Let the trial begin, then. Your only goal is to survive. As long as you still hold the breath of life, you'll either triumph over every trial and claim worldly glory, or leave your soul in Kremnos to become fuel for strife.
Glory, or you will be fuel. The stakes are high.
Have faith, Miss.
I believe she calls us Miss.
Lord Mighty are still fighting. We must match their unwavering resolve.
Can we enter now?
Eager to meet your demise? Very well then. Let the trial begin. Give me your names, warriors.
I'm the galactic baseballer.
Castorus.
Nice. Cool name.
Galactic baseballer, Castorus,
She said
and
it.
Nias. It is an honor to see your true faces revealed by the radiant glow of the Blade of Fury. In the name of the 5
You see where they're building
virtues
this
of
up again?
Nikador, courage, honor, reason, tenacity, and sacrifice. Stride through the holy city's gate and embrace your fate.
I'd sacrifice myself probably for the people I love, not for a Titan, and not for a country, you know? If it saved people, yeah. But, like, usually, like, again, as I said, when people are like, you go to war and do your part, and it's like, it didn't help at all, you know?
May your courageous souls satisfy Nikador and fuel the conquests of Kremnos.
Again, fuel. That's what you are. If you fail, you're fuel. If you win, you have glory. I guess we're just going to do this. A really cool idea to have him need an extra member and us like needing to join the fight as well. It's like a really good way of like just simply setting up a side story in a gigantic
Lord
bigger
Nias,
story.
May I ask what is it you are fighting for?
Everything. Fighting needs no reason. I seek only to crush
I think fighting should need a reason. Always. Personally. I think if you're gonna I have no problem with people like fighting for something to believe in, even fist fighting for something to believe in. But I would want you to have a reason.
They have fewer guards than I expected. I thought we'd be greeted with something more Intense.
It's an interesting like location. It's like it's weird to look at, right? There's like a lot of like these like little pillars here with the squares. Like the gold trim and the blue is still really pretty, and like it still feels very like elegant in some parts, but like it also feels very like jagged at the same time too with those like pillars. It feels really weird. Observing formalities before aggression, and that's a thoughtful approach.
Meaningless.
Meaningless?
Why stall those charging for death's door?
Death is not part of our plan, Lord Nias. We should work on solving the puzzle they've set for us. Look, there are 2 braziers on that wall. Could they be some sort of hint? And those mechanisms protruding from the ground. Should we attempt to activate them? A prophecy tablet.
Why not?
Let's make use of the tools here to solve the puzzle.
So there seems to be a pressure plate mechanism in the middle of the hole. Perhaps the weight of the ball can trigger it and activate it somehow. Let's just do these things. So Nice is here. There's also this up here. Should we do this puzzle right away? Just so we have it activated? Because I do like doing these. So we need this empty. So maybe this here like this. Then up here like that. And then up here? No. But I think that actually would go up here. Hold on a second now.
Hold on a second. I got this.
That like this. If I do this... No. What the hell? No, wait. Hold on a second. This first again? Maybe? Then this up here like this? No, what the... How? I can't even see a possibility. Honestly. Yeah, I'll do a hint again. I'm not ashamed. I'll do a hint. Where does it go? So that is right. Okay, that's fine. So that's right. This one? No, I know what to do. Oh my god, I know what to do. There you go. Cool.
No help required.
That works out. And it puts a ball in the pressure plate?
Look, we lit the
So we just
brazier.
have like the 2 braziers?
You seem quite familiar with these devices.
Discuss a way to...
They're all over Amphoreus.
Caster's trying to explain it. So it's... Wait, oh, there's enemies here as well. We can fight them? Nice, how do you feel?
A meaningless challenge to erode the patience of warriors.
Progress forward. Oh, no, it's fine.
Don't push yourself.
But legitimately, very cool. Very cool to give you that. Very cool to give you an option to do that. I have nothing but praise for that. 100%. Guys, I'm just trying to do a puzzle, okay? Wait 1 second. Just wait a second, okay? I'm just doing a little bit of puzzles here, okay? So I think we have to go upstairs. Look, see, I fixed stuff for you. I fixed stuff. Don't hurt me. I fixed stuff. So we need to activate this one as well. There's a thing that changes stuff here too. There's a ball up there. Okay. Let's get rid of this enemy just for now.
Join it.
Yeah, just defeat this enemy. Oh, we're actually like in a very good
The mood
position.
is set just right.
We're in a very
Let
good
the
position
show
right
begin.
now. Because of us trying to get the ultimate. Wait, we didn't... Did we not get the ultimate in the end for Aglaea? We didn't, did we? We didn't. That's so rough. Just thinking about how it's so rough. It's okay though. Something that will happen again.
Like fireflies, I will fight for myself until everything burns to ashes! I shall set the seas ablaze!
Eternal sleep is not the end. The dead will return!
Yeah, and we can fast forward this too. It's over. I love the follow-up stuff. This is gonna be so fun.
Pity you chose the wrong enemy.
So fun.
Perhaps you still... Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
She's so cool. Yeah, I think adding Himiko to the team was like such a great decision. Which, by the way, again, wasn't my decision. It was a subscriber who legitimately was just like, hey, you should try Himiko out. Yeah. So I don't want to be like, yeah, I came up with the idea of putting Himiko there. It was a subscriber who was like, you should try putting Himiko there. And I did.
Onyx.
What's wrong, Lord Nias?
Weak. Reduced to a servant of humans.
Oh. So this is to help us do like something up there, like the ball up there, for example. So yeah, it's someone who follows Nikador feeling like Onyx is now a servant of humans, like not respecting him as much, I guess, would actually make a little bit of sense to me. You know what I mean? Especially with the way that they portray things, you know what I mean? It's sad to think of it this way, but it's understandable that followers of Nikador would see it that way for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, turn the base? Oh, okay, we'd hit it. Oh, God. You were struck down by the passage of time? Jesus, okay. We have to turn the base before we do this, apparently. I'm guessing we turn it this way? Towards this guy over here? And then do it? What? We hurt the little guy here? The perfect angle Swizzy design crushing is an art form. Fair enough. But yeah, I like the little like the ball puzzles that are really cool too. Do a little bounce there,
come true. I have something for you.
Man, I actually think adding Himiko to the team, and she's not. I don't think she even fully. Look the way she carries the case as well, with the two-hander. I actually think she's been such a great addition. Oh. And again, it's nothing against Asta. Like Asta's a character I really like. The issue that came along with Asta just genuinely was that like I felt like she was like a little bit.
The mood is set just right.
Like I feel like she wasn't as fun to use as like other characters might be. And I feel like, you know, whilst like I can use a character even if like they're not the most fun in the world. If I have like the ability to use someone like Himiko, why not?
You won't get away.
And fun in RPG comes from like satisfying movesets and you know, sometimes damage, but from Himiko it's like such cool moves and such a cool character in general. It's so fun to have her around. Genuinely.
The Titan's creation. When did they become so weak?
He's so serious about this. So we can rewind this back up to here again. But I wonder why we would do this. Can we turn it towards the exit here, or does it have to be this way? Because I think we did what we came to do. Maybe that's not a part of this thing here. We can skip the puzzles, of course, but I don't want to. I actually think the puzzles are fun sometimes. There's a chest over here we can get. Right as they wake up.
Perhaps you still don't understand.
Look how cool this move is, watch.
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens.
She's insane.
And I'm no exception.
Some good crit damage as well.
Prime, detonate.
Receive divinity.
Support.
Like fireflies until everything burns to ashes. Firefly type 4 in position.
Oh no, so we use this wrong by the way, but it's okay. Like I think in battles like this, it doesn't matter too much, because it's gonna take a while for us to like actually like get Stell's abilities up too. I forgot she was supposed to use Stell's ability first.
Take your positions. Let's improvise.
Yeah, I think this team's doing good. I like this team a lot. I like this team a whole lot.
Rest in peace.
A dreamless sleep is nothing but deathly silence.
A dreamless sleep is nothing but deathly silence. Okay. So let's try go up this side then, to maybe purify it from this side and then see what we can do. I don't want to skip the puzzles because like those puzzles are actually kind of fun and it's actually kind of satisfying. We need the ball or something to break here, to break that down. Maybe up here? Oh, there's the lance again. The lance of Kresnik.
Of collecting.
Oh my god, it's gonna destroy as it goes by. That's so fun. It at least damaged it at the very least. So we can turn the base again. Oh my god, is it gonna destroy this? It is, it is, it is. Really fun. Really fun. It's just fun seeing things get destroyed, you know? It's really fun.
Take it, if it's to your liking.
Wait, did we do, I guess we purified this. Oh, we have to find a way to like...
Is this the exit? Oh,
yeah, this is locked.
Let's focus on igniting the braziers first.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I'm just trying to figure out the... Oh, now we can do this. Oh yeah, we have it. Great. That was less... I guess it was technically still a puzzle. But I think I was just looking for another one of those things there to light the braziers. But I can see like how people would want to skip this as well if they wanted to, you know what I mean? I'm glad that they have the option. I think it's really cool that they have the option.
The gate has opened, as expected.
A meaningless challenge to erode the patience of
That's what they call it then, a meaningless challenge. What, to stop, to make warriors grow impatient? Interesting way of putting it, right? Interesting way of thinking about it. Is there gonna be more challenges as well?
Barricades.
Whoa.
We must find a way to remove them.
Such a cool look to this place as well.
Could it be a challenge that requires us to use the hand of Zagreus?
I'm guessing.
Let's get closer and find out.
So we're gonna use the hand of Zagreus. Good old Zaggy.
Hand of Zagreus can be charged up and then spear and sprint in a straight line. Whoa, okay. Like a punch, a power punch, during which you'll gain a certain degree of destructive power. Hit the punch ability button to enter aiming state. During the state, the hand of Zagreus cannot move. Drag the screen and adjust the direction and hit punch ability to perform a punch action, whereby the hand of Zagreus will be sprint towards the aim direction. During the sprint, the hand of Zagreus cannot be controlled. While aiming state, the hand of Zagreus can detect destructible objects that glow, sprint at the destructible object to destroy it. Upon collision, hand of Zagreus will stop sprinting. Okay. So this is the punch power button. And launch. That is super, super fun. I'm gonna get a coin out of it, of course. When each hand of Zagreus is activated the first time, the Trial of Whimsy will open up for you, which you'll need to control the hand and collect coins. A Whimsy, okay. After collecting all the coins of Whimsy nearby, you can obtain the treasure in specific hands of Zagreus. In the map, press on the hand of Zagreus icon to check on the coin of Whimsy. So this is interesting. This is kind of like a very like old school, like almost like platformer way of doing things, giving people the ability to collect coins to like unlock something else.
Open his chest.
So at least we can go straight. We can go through the door here, but I still think we have to like power through this thing, right?
Crumble to dust.
Nice is hilarious.
Zagreus, the embodiment of all things despicable.
He does not like any other Titan.
Their legacy reduced to mere playthings for humans.
Is there anywhere we can put this that would actually be beneficial for us? Because we're over here, we can definitely get down here. We have to destroy that as well. Is there anywhere we... Oh, up here, maybe. Maybe? Ah. Some indigo seal piles may be found in your hand of Zagreus, and sometimes those piles can become part of the Trial of Whimsy. Transport the starter indigo seal pipes to restore the pile. To obtain the coin of Whimsy. 110%, no problem. And I'm guessing that we can do it over here as well, possibly? To obtain... The Coin of Whimsy? No? Sorry, where's that Coin of Whimsy right now? You got a Coin of Whimsy at home, Jack. No, Mom, I really need that Coin of Whimsy. Jack, we have a coin. Mom, you don't get this Coin of Whimsy. It's special. What's so different about this Coin of Whimsy? It unlocks a chest for me, you know, it unlocks a prize. You have like so many prizes. I got you that PSP last week. A PSP, Mom. Like all the other kids have the PSP 3. I got the PSP 1. It's not very fair. Well, look, we'll get you a Coin of Whimsy for your for my birthday, Mom. This is basically like, you know, torture. This is torture. This is torture, I think.
The way ahead is now clear. Lord Nias, before we move on, there's something we must explain to you.
Where's the Coin of Whimsy? Tell us now.
You're not here for this foolish competition.
And he calls it foolish.
How did you...
You've been fighting to suppress your true thoughts within you all this while. You cannot deceive me. I know you have no care for that fatuous king's contrived glory. You can keep your motive to yourselves, so long as you stay out of my way.
He's like, yeah, I don't care. As long as it doesn't interfere with me, I don't give a damn. So what's your motive?
I've said it before. To obliterate the deeply entrenched roots of foolishness within Castrum Kremnos.
Now the true challenge begins. This is where it gets difficult.
Meaningless forestalling. They are meant to taste defeat on the battlefield. Deter us further, and I shall send them to Thanatos.
Nice is taking this very seriously, and again, mentioning the Death Titan as well. So, do we need to... There's a hand platform over here, so I still think we need to do this to get something there, right? Should we try this still? Because I feel like whilst we can go through here no problem, it might be a good idea to also activate this, right? I don't know where the last Coin of Whimsy is. Oh, is this like a shortcut? Oh, wow, it is. Very cool. If you activate the Coin of Whimsy, you don't have to fight all the enemies as much. Even though we'd be able to fight them no problem. The air is filled with dust from the shattered indigo stones and mixed with the smoke from the lava. The automatic excavators work with extreme discipline and know nothing of time. At the end of their shift, workers ascend to the spiral staircase to exit the shaft and extinguish their torches as they sigh. When they look up, dawn has already arrived, so they're working through the night. A little hard work being done here. Oh no, because we can't pass through here. This is just for a chest. I was like, oh, a shortcut.
Take it.
How amazing. No, the game's like, no, you're fighting, buddy. Don't worry about this. You're fighting. This is such a cool location. Again, as I said, I love the RPG feel of this place. I really do. We don't have to fight these guys. Right? This seems like it would take like a while. And again, you guys know like I fight some creatures, but we avoid some as well. So I'm not opposed to just doing this. What trial? I never heard of no trial.
The enjoyment of collecting.
Wow, that was tough.
Wait.
Got a crick in your back? No can do, I'm already itching to fight.
Hush. Listen.
What's that?
Looks like I've hit the jackpot this time.
Someone hiding in here?
I hear it now. That's...
Pretend you did not hear anything. Act oblivious.
Sure?
We'll find a way to make him come out of hiding.
Is it Bartholos? Look at this. Victory is in hand. Can we shoot? Who shoots stuff? Oh, what a perfect game. Professional players level their judgment with courage. And what are you doing? The red side clearly is a major advantage. I can't go on with my commentary. Thank you so much for joining our little team. It seems like this is going to be a heavier dungeon. I thought it was just going to be like a short thing we're going to do here, but it seems like it's going to be a heavier dungeon. So we might end the video just like in a few minutes and then come back and really get into the...
If there's an assassin, we'll take care of him.
Oh, it's an assassin. But yeah, really get into it, and especially if there's gonna be like probably a big cutscene at the end as well, right?
Keep quiet.
He's actually really beneficial for us here, right?
They sure are quick on their feet. One bag won't be enough to hold everything. After this haul, I shouldn't have to scrounge for leftovers for the next few days.
What's that guy?
If only this festival could go on longer.
The guy who sold the weapons.
Now.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the guy who sold us the weapons. We thought he was like picking... Wait, do you think he's killing people to take their weapons? It's you.
That's why all of your weapons reek of blood.
Because he's been killing them.
Well, I get to explain myself. You see,
Can you really explain this?
Looting the arena like a despicable lowlife. Prepare to meet Thanatos, thief.
He's like, I'm gonna kill you right now.
No! Stop!
Don't do it, Lord Nias.
And it's, again, makes Castor's character so interesting. Preventing death. Seeing death, not seeing death as some great thing. Someone from, who follows Nikador could see death as a great thing, but she doesn't see it this way.
This isn't right. Please, let him go.
Turn around, girl. Look at the corpses of those we crushed. You can cut down warriors without a second thought, yet you show compassion to this scum.
Interesting question, but I think Titankin are like, they almost feel lost, right?
Give me a reason. Show me you're not as dumb as those ignorant fools.
Because he still knows how to fear death. Despicable or scum he may be, but he doesn't deserve to die here, nor become a sacrifice to the hand of Shadow.
So because he doesn't fear death, he doesn't deserve to die. So is she saying that if someone who doesn't... The Titan can clearly want to be sacrificed to the sword, I guess? She's saying that, like, even though he's scum, he doesn't deserve to die because he actually knows the fear of death. He doesn't want to die.
It is the darkest force in this world, and if left unchecked, all light will be consumed.
And that's about the idea of death itself, right?
To answer your question, it is never the desire to kill that drives me to wield a sword, but rather the fear of death.
It's like a will to stay alive, isn't it? She's such an interesting character. She's so interesting.
Get lost, scum. Consider yourself lucky today.
Mem's like, I have no idea what's happening, but by God, this is amazing.
Thank you. You won't see me around this city again. I promise.
I mean, you'd hope so, because again, you were given a gift by Castros today. You were given a gift.
Your mercy is appreciated, Lord Nias.
Castros is such an interesting character.
Make no mistake. This is simply a commendation for your courage, not a sign that I agree with your ideas.
No, I can feel that. I can feel that.
If I understand you correctly, you must have overcome tremendous fear to dare to stand in the way of my soul.
That's what Castros said, which is so cool. I don't pick up a sword for any other reason than my fear of death, which to me is just like about avoiding death and about living life, right? I don't know if the actual phrasing will be here, is it? It's not the will to kill, it's the fear of death. And to me, like, a fear of death is also a love of life, personally.
This trial isn't over. We should keep going.
Right. Yeah, I'm going to end the video here, and we're going to talk about other stuff that happened as well. It's just that I feel like this dungeon's going to go on for a bit longer as well. I do like that they have RPG dungeons in this, and I think what's going to happen with us going forward with this is that there's probably something heavy that's about to happen. There's probably something super heavy, because again, at the end of these dungeons so far, they've always had something that's like, whoa, it needs a little bit. And of course, we're heading towards, like, hopefully saving my day, and the whole idea of finding out the secrets of Nikador. There's a lot going on here, 100%. So I think... Oh, wait. We can literally just travel out of here. That's crazy. Okay. I was like, we're going to have to, like, transfer out of here somehow. But no, you can just fast travel. Very, very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. Let's go over here to this area. The beautiful changing area for Pom-Pom, which is so adorable. I know you guys said you like all these red markers up on the menu up here as well, so I tried to keep them for you guys. Try to keep them there. It's just such a different. I know some people like just get really annoyed by it, but for me personally, I just like it doesn't bother me one bit. Maybe I'm just like a different type of player. Yeah. So I feel like this episode was like very political. I feel like this episode was not only like it surprised me. I'll say that it surprised me because while I knew we were going to be like finding those memories and like trying to find a way to stop Nikador and stuff like this too. Now that we have Mem on our side, I think one thing that really has surprised me so much about Amphoreus is that there's a lot of very like not just political stuff, but there's a lot of like history lessons, and there's a lot of like it takes its time in a way that like is even more taking its time than Penacony did. Because I don't think Penacony was rushed. I don't think Xianqiu was rushed. I don't think that Ballad was rushed. But this world is really like letting you like breathe in everything. It's letting you really feel the story and feel the history and understand the emotions. And we saw that like at the start here. And when I say like just us doing this investigation, we followed it up from like some big heavy like stuff with like us getting our gaze from Fuli and all this really cool stuff in the meeting like the Stellar Hunters. And when I say like it's taking its time, obviously people are going to say, well, Calvin, you literally got your like gaze early, but I still think that like the way it does things, like we went from like big conversation scenes to more conversation scenes to now a dungeon. And I think that like they really are in a good way letting you breathe in every second. Even the dungeons have like a feeling of like immersion and this slow burn that doesn't feel rushed in any way. And again, like I'm saying, I don't think Penacony's rushed. I don't think Xianqiu is rushed, but I think even like now you look at it and it's like they're taking their time even more than they did, and they took their time in Penacony to let things like sit as well. But this is like letting you like the history of this place, and it might be just because there is so much lore, there is so much like political aspects, there is so much like different like tiny things that you have to remember that they're giving off this like feeling of like a slow burn, and it makes sense. There is so much to learn here. We did collect all these memories. Mem helped us collect all these memories, and I guess like what we were trying to find is a way to get back to this area, and this area that we're in now is a representation of the time right before the fall of like this place. My day is already left. The Black Tide has taken over it somewhat, and there is like a sleeping titan, and like there's like a downfall that's heading towards this place as well. So we found all these memories. We got to talk to a bunch of people. It was actually like a very interesting like side quest as well. And once those were all connected, it gave us the ability to kind of like with the support of Aglaea to go back in time. And again, we saw that scene there where Castorus asked for permission off Aglaea. And I think it's like one of the most respectful relationships the Chrysos heirs have with Aglaea. I think there is like a healthy respect that you would think is fear at the start, but it's actually born out of like this mutual kind of like understanding of each other. I think the response that Aglaea gave to Castorus, which is like, I trust you. Even though Castorus knows Aglaea's trusted, she still asks for permission or asks for support or asks for like guidance and stuff. And that showcases that she still wants to respect Aglaea and all her decisions, and Aglaea wants to respect her and everything that she wants to do because she trusts her. There's trust there. And I think it's actually a very much more healthy relationship than I thought it would be amongst all these Chrysos heirs. It's a really good showcase of like that relationship. And I think that they also showcase Aglaea like really well in this episode too. As I said, I think she is a character who carries the weight of the political world of Okema on her shoulders, and she would do anything to protect this place. And they showcase this here as well with, is it Canis? When she told Canis basically like, or said it under her breath at least, like, it doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter if it's you. It doesn't matter who it is. If I have to protect this place, I will do it. Which I think is again showcasing who she is. This person who will fight tooth and nail for Okema, who will overthrow whatever elder council they have in place to protect Okema. Whoever is standing in her way of protecting Okema, she will do it. And when I say she's carrying the weight of this world on her shoulders, she obviously has a lot of help. Like, Triby's doing a lot of stuff, Finland's doing a lot of stuff, My Day is literally fighting for his life right now over and over again, Castorus is doing stuff, Sella's doing stuff, Don Hung is doing stuff, everyone's doing something, 100%. But there's aspects of like the underbelly of this world and the emotional side of this world and the struggles that come politically with this world and the kind of like undercurrent of like the nitty gritty stuff that no one likes to do that Aglaea is clearly taking on. And you can see it in the conversations. People are constantly trying to like be like, hey, do you need help? And she turns it around on them almost like, instantly. As I said, she feels like the character that someone, and we all know those people in life that like you go to like help them and they end up helping you somehow. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, do you need help like moving? It's like, no, but I heard you need help with the that thing on Saturday. I can help with that. It's like, oh sure, cool. And you leave and you're like, wait, what just happened? And I feel like it's that type of person that is like very serious, but also is like very, as I said, carrying the weight of that politics on their shoulders. And the politics here are half of the elders did not believe in the Chrysoseirs. Some of them believe that the whole prophecy is going to come crumbling down around them, which is like a really horrible thing to hear, especially when like you're trying your best to save this world. And it's very clear to me that a character like Canis doesn't care about this world as much as Aglaea does. They just care about them being right. And this is a real thing. And again, we always talk about Honkai Star Rail reflecting the real world in such a fantastic way. And they really do. They reflect it, like, because this happens all the time where, like, and I guarantee you this happens all the time. Political leaders would rather win than the best person win. You know what I mean? You look at local elections even, right? It's like they could believe in their heart of hearts that the candidate they're going up against will actually be more beneficial for this world. And once that candidate wins, they can believe in their heart of hearts that this person's doing a great job. But what are some of the worst politicians always hoping for? If he fails, it's my time. I'm proven right. When in reality, you should always hope that the person that is in that position of power succeeds if it benefits the world. And I want to stress that if it benefits the world, right? 100%. Because sometimes succeeding in the real world can mean like damaging countries on a grand scale and the world on a grand scale and people's lives. And in this case, Aglaea is trying her very best to protect this world through the Chrysoseirs and the prophecy of Genesis. Whereas Canis wants it to fail not because she believes it's dangerous, but because she genuinely wants like her to take over. And I think Aglaea says something so amazing in this episode to this character, which is when Canis says that the humans are going to get back to power, which again, I love. I love the idea of like people taking the power of the world into their own hands, 100%. But, right, as long as, I want to make it clear, as long as it's done in a way that doesn't harm like people who are on the the fringes of society and the people who like would be affected by it most, you know what I mean? But there's like situation where it's like, yes, humans being like, we can self-sustain, we can do this, we can help everybody ourselves, awesome. But Aglaea said it to Canis, you don't want humans to take power, you want the power. When you say humans, you mean you. And I think it's such a poignant thing. And I think Aglaea has her ears to the ground more than any character in this game. And that's why I think she carries this weight on her shoulder, because she's always trying to reassure people that everything's okay. But she clearly has a dagger on either side of her at all times pointing towards her. They showcase as well as she was helping all the people of the city. She's really good. She's a really good politician. Like, and I mean, I don't mean in kind of an evil way, but like she's really good with her words. But also she has a gentle approach to things too. What she did with that little girl was so sweet. What she did with that soldier, like giving him just enough information that he would like, believe her and all this stuff and help out is such a good thing too. I think that the way that she handled all those situations showcases a character who can get very serious when she needs to be, but also at the same time too has a very gentle approach to the world too. And that is kind of sometimes the person you need to protecting you. The person that like in your saddest hours will put their arm around your shoulder and, let you cry. But also at the same time too gets the person that made you cry and grinds them into paste. You know what I mean? Like that's the type of person I feel like she is. Where it's like she will be vicious when she needs to when it comes to destroying the stuff that is damaging this world. She will be dangerous when she needs to, but she's also someone who, if you need a shoulder to cry on, if you need that person to help out, she will be that person. And I think that's so apparent with this character. And the showcase that's perfectly here too. She talked about like how, I think you can tell like even though she keeps up this brave face, she is worried about the prophecy. She talked about, is the prophecy still there? Is it going to help out these people too? Her voice was shaking when she's talking about this too, because she's so worried about this failing, not because she wants to be right, but because she wants everyone to be safe and everyone to be okay. And that's so important as a detail for Aglaea. We then got to go back in time. We got to go to the place, and I think that the way they presented this was so incredible. The lightning striking down, this whole battle happening with Mighty. You can hear in the distance. It showcases how powerful these characters are, and Mighty's still fighting, probably hours, maybe even a day later after everything that's happened. And as we entered into the zone, it's actually like a very mind-blowing thing to do, is go into the past and witness the past. And we did this because of Mem. And we found out, as we said earlier, we were in a place that basically was right before when Mighty already left, before he assassinated all of Europe. Before he assassinated all of Europe, I tell you. It was there before that time, but there's still some belief amongst the people of Kremnos, and they're still doing this festival, and they don't value death in the way that, or life in the way that you should. In fact, some people throw away their lives just for this situation as well, this festival. And I feel like what we learned from there was that there was these very amazing traits that happened with Nikador. He was a character who had these 5 tenets that he stood for, and he used to stand for these things, but no longer does he stand for these things. And they are beautiful things to stand for if you really think about it. But they really showcase that there was a downfall here happening, and if you look below the surface, there is a layer of dirt under every this rose-tinted world here as well. And you can hear people talking about My Day as well. There's some characters who are good riddance, but there's some characters terrified that My Day left, and I love that situation too. Not because I love that they're terrified, but it shows that My Day meant a lot to this world, to the point that when he left, it's, what it reminds you of? It reminds you of I'm not gonna say the exact thing because I don't want to spoil it, but it reminds you of Aragorn leaving at one point during the story, and the soldiers kind of go, oh god, if he's leaving, it's bad. Because he's our hope, he's everything. So My Day leaving, it just makes them kind of go, oh my god, if he's gone. And again, they send home the idea of My Day as a character who I think is a very tragic character. He didn't want to leave this place, he loves this place, but he had to leave this place because of what was happening with the Titan and the degradation of this place. It just makes his character even more heartbreaking, the idea that he's fighting now against Nikador in Kremnos. It makes him an even more sad character, and hurt character. And hearing his battle cries now mean even more, because it's him struggling to live over and over again against a force that he used to believe in. It's a really, really, really interesting way of doing it. But we've entered into this thing. We've now met, I forget his name, Ino. Yeah, we met him, and he's actually a really cool character. We're kind of it's discussing the idea of life and death. And it seems from Castris, again, Castris as a character is someone who appreciates life so much, to the point that she would she believes that throwing away your life is actually horrible, and the idea of dying is actually something she doesn't want to. So I definitely misinterpreted the character before, which is fine. We're going to do it every once in a while. She actually appreciates life a lot. I think it's a very beautiful thing for her as a character to appreciate life so much, to the point that she would protect this scumbag because he wants to live. That's how much she values life. And she sees the idea of just dying for something like this as something that's very opposite to what she feels in the world too. So a character that's so close to death, appreciating life so much, is already instantly an interesting character. But to also have her be just so softly toned and so insightful is also a great thing too. Yeah, so to summarize everything, the political world in this world is absolutely so much pressure in it, and it's very clear that it's very that the Chrysosers aren't fully in control. At least they're in control now because it was passed over to them for a bit. There is a sadness to the fight with My Day, and a sadness to this world that we've gone back in time to see. Aglaea as a character is someone who I feel has a lot of bottled up pain and bottled up pressure, but she also is able to be so kind and so gentle with people at the same time too. She's this almost perfect protector for people as well. And also we're now in this dungeon in the past where we're seeing hopefully what happened with Nikador, but also we're kind of witnessing the how do I say it? The time right before the fall of Kremnos, and I think it's a really interesting.
Will you be joining us? Then it's settled.
Also, they mentioned Cypher too, but that's obviously a side thing. Cypher as a character is a thief and is known around the thief circles, and she's also a demigod. So that's also interesting too. Guys, thank you so much for watching this. If you want these episodes aired, you can see them a day early on Not a day early, sometimes a day early, sometimes 2 days early. This week I think it's going to be 2 days early. So 2 days early on Patreon and the YouTube membership. That's on the €1 and $1.50 tier. So if you go to those tiers, it might be $1.60, I'm not sure, but like it's the lowest tier possible on Patreon for me. And it's actually worked out very well. I just want to say like a thank you to like, we actually gained over the past while, believe it or not, like really in a really cool way, we gained like 35 new patrons and members just from putting these videos up early. Like, it's fantastic to me. It really is. But obviously every little bit helps, and you don't have to help if you don't want to, but it's always appreciated if you do. I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate you for watching this. For, you know, I never say, but like, even when you guys like the videos and stuff like this, it means the world, because I never asked for that, and you guys are always just like, yep, we're liking the videos. Especially like, can I say like Hoyo fans? You guys like are liking machines. You're like, yep, you know, just put a like in it. Thank you guys to the patrons at the highest tier, that being Typer02, Jamie Bull, Jana the Banana, the Ghost from Nizuma, Felicius Felix, Yule, Radish, Anusta, The Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Liam, High Casparian, Jared Beedman, Neo Showerite, and the top tier of my YouTube, Royal Number 7, Blasco, and Lucinagi. I'll see you all so soon. Bye bye.